So there's this Polish author, Olga Tokarczuk, and she wrote this book called Flights, in translation, bieguni in Polish, which means biegun, when it's one, it means the polar, it's pole, North Pole or South Pole, but bieguni in plural, it means people who are moving, on the move, on the go. Like in French, it would be pilgrims.
Yes.
So that's also, describes movement, people who are moving. In German, it would be ein Rast, which is uneasiness.
Yeah.
So again, a state of not only physical, but also can be a state of mind. There's so many ways you can interpret it, but one of the ways comes from the author, and it's she said that there was ancient Orthodox believers that when they stay in one place, they stay put, the evil gets to them.
Yeah.
Originally, I'm from Poland. I did fine art in Poland, and in 2006, straight after graduation, myself and my husband-to-be at the time came in Ireland. We came to Kildare because my brother was here already, and it was just that much easier. Along the way, the children were born, and my daughter is 12, so when she was, 10, we decided we don't want to pay rent anymore, because the rental went only up, and the situation on the rental market is increasingly more difficult every year. And we had a mortgage back in Poland that we got rid of, but that set us backwards, so we couldn't get house here. We went to maybe 3 banks and we were declined, so we said, my husband always wanted to do something like that, buy a boat. Where I am from in Poland, it's Hel Peninsula. It's where Second World War started, Hel Peninsula and Westerplatte in Gdańsk. And it's a peninsula that's surrounded by water, by Baltic Sea and Puck Bay. And when it's winter, it breaks into island. So the water floods, it's very thin area. And I always knew that I want to be close to the water, and as a child at the seaside we would do sailing, so I knew it wasn't anything completely unfamiliar to me. So we in 2016 we started looking for a boat. We found a person who helped us enormously, Jermak looking from Salins, who owns the Bart Trip. And he just gave us advice. This boat is from France, so it wasn't that we could go and have a look at it 3 times and think it over. So,
but it was here already.
No.
Oh, you went
we
to
bought
France.
it from Canal du Midi. So it came in October. We wanted to move in February 2020, and we gave the house away that we were renting, and then COVID happened.
Okay.
So initially all the shops, even the hardware shops here, were closed, so we couldn't start works on the boat. The boat was completely different at the time. There was much more partitions. There were sinks on the other side, so there's quite a big amount of work to be done. But once the kitchen was working, we moved, because obviously we didn't want to, stay at friends' house for the length of COVID.
Yes, of
Especially
course, yeah.
that no one really knew how long it's going to take. So when we were researching where to live, when we knew we were going to have a boat, we were driving to places where we knew the boats are: Robertstown, Monastravin, Lowtown, Ratangan, Salins, everywhere in proximity where Grand Canal flew by in County Kildare. That's because the kids are in school, so we're kind of settled here.
So Kildare was the
Kildare
centre
was
of-
yeah. We didn't want to change school for kids because of COVID. They've been through so many changes that we and change of environment for living environment was
Yeah.
the biggest change that they went through.
Yeah.
We didn't want to add on the top of that. So we heard about a family living here in Lowtown.
Yeah.
That was the only other family I've heard of. Other people are more like single or couples, professionals that would want to stay close to the train. In Salins, they go to work to Dublin or in the area. Myself and my husband, we always were happy to stay on the green bank without services. We're happy thinking that we can rely on ourselves. So we have our solar panels.
Yes.
We can produce electricity, and we just need to stay close to the tap. The big issue is with the rubbish. We have to be responsible for our own dispose of the bins. So we actually take turns here with neighbors and drive with the rubbish to the waste facility every week. It'd be much easier if there was facility here that would allow us to recycle, to recycle, because that's an issue.
Yeah.
There's always an issue on the boat with storing things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have to store 4 different bags of rubbish, that's extra pressure.
Yeah.
I suppose the biggest challenge in terms of living on board is electricity.
Yes. Yeah.
There's very few points that you can plug in.
Yeah.
And people are very precious about their spots,
Yes.
understandably.
Yeah.
So we decided to invest money into solar infrastructure. And then the other challenge, I suppose, in terms of survival is the water. So this year we're at the jetty, which is quite nice because we don't have mice. Last year we were on the green bank and we had mice, which is very scary because they can cause electrical fire.
So the
if
mice
they-
don't come on the jetty.
I think that's the case.
Yeah.
Like I've read about this hack of laying everything with a tin foil, so I did that in the places that I thought they might be coming in
Yeah.
through.
They won't walk in tinfoil.
No,
Yeah.
they're. I think they're afraid of reflection or
Yeah.
the sound or something.
Okay.
But so we don't have them this year. But so we're close to the bollard with the water tap.
Yeah.
And that's very handy. We don't have to really think about amount of water we're using, just for the sake of work that you put into filling in.
Yeah.
That's the only problem. But when there was a few days of frost and the temperature were around 0, they weren't even that low, but maybe the lowest was -6 at night. We had the water frozen completely, so the boats that were moored further down, they had to come here and try to fill up the water. Yeah.
But you would sometimes get ice.
We did get ice on the surface. We didn't get as much ice as 2 years ago,
Yeah.
when we could walk on the canal.
Yeah.
But you saw ducks coming through, running on the ice. There's something exhilarating in the thought that you have everything that belongs to you, or that allows you to survive or even live
Yes.
with you
Yeah.
here now, and you don't need anything else. It's a very freeing thought. And I remember when I was younger and we would go to the mountains with our backpacks and tents. This is the thing I love the most, and I think that's why we're on the boat as well. One of the reasons is that the sense of freedom that it gives you, because this is all you need.